Hello viewers, welcome to the program Safe Life. I am Kathy Ishimye. I'm here with Mr. Mukisa Stephen at Steve's Skin Clinic. We are going to be discussing the different skin problems that affect us in our day-to-day lives. You're most welcome to the show. Please say hello to me.
Thank you very much. My name is Stephen Mukisa and we are right here at Steve's Skin Clinic, and it's really nice to see you guys again. Thank you so much for watching us.
Well, you recently rebranded. What should clients expect from this new rebrand?
Well, we've been in the market for quite a long time, more than about 2 decades. It was time for us to level up, really. You know, lots of skin clinics have come up, okay? Now it was time for us to show them who is the best. Clients have to expect a number of things. Since we have bigger space, we have more options. And right now, our main aim right now is to be able to treat the skin aesthetically and then also clinically. So that means that now we have more and more medical personnel into our clinic. We have 2 dermatologists, okay? They are here from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock to 8 p.m., all right? The whole week, Monday to Sunday. So when someone comes into Steve's Skin Clinic with a skin problem, they are very sure the skin is going to be fixed. First of all, the dermatological side treats. The aesthetic side beautifies. So basically what we have that's new right now, we beautify and treat. In the skin business, we have what we call the skin disorders and the skin diseases. Now, to make it very simple, a dermatologist fixes skin diseases, an esthetician fixes skin disorders. So that's basically the difference.
Okay, can we quickly go through the skin disorders first?
Well, the skin disorders include the blemishes, some simple acne, okay? Then we have melasma. Melasma is namakura, yeah. Then we have hair loss, okay? There are people who have hair loss in the hairline, especially due to traction alopecia. That's a disorder of the skin as well. And then we have stretch marks. That's a skin disorder. It's not a disease, but it's a disorder. It will make you very uncomfortable. We have skin tags. Skin tags are those little things, black things that get onto the skin. That's a disorder. It's not like when you have it, you're gonna die or you won't go to work. It's a disorder, we get rid of that. So there are a number of skin disorders that we deal with. Okay, I haven't mentioned all of them, but as long as you see it on your skin and you don't like it, it could be a birthmark, it could be something else, yeah? It could be a wrinkle. A wrinkle is a skin disorder, okay? It's something that goes out of order. Basically, when we talk about skin disorders, we talk about things that go out of the normal order of your skin, okay? If you see your skin has gone out of order, that's a disorder. Okay, so if you see a skin disorder, you know you didn't have it before. You have knuckles, dark knuckles on your fingers, and you didn't have them before. That's a disorder. We fix it. And the reason why you come here and then we do a skin consultation first, we have a dermoscopy, we have a number of different tests that we go through to determine whether it's still a skin disorder or it has gone to the side of diseases. So basically, if it comes from the side of diseases and goes to the side of disorders, we have dermatologists. These dermatologists are really experienced, and they have a lot of exposure and experience in skin problems because they work in Mulago as well. So basically, I share dermatologists, I share specialists with the National Hospital as well. So basically, skin diseases are many. Yeah. Okay, some of them,
most common ones?
The most common ones are eczema, okay? Eczema, psoriasis, you find things like ringworm is a skin disease, okay? You know, when you're working on somebody who has come with a disorder and then you realize that their acne has ringworm in it, you say, okay, let's move you to the other department, the dermatological department, because now we have acne, and then there's also this kind of acne called the fungal acne. We still get you to the dermatological side, and then that means that now we have to treat. Okay.
I'd like us to at least go at length and talk about these. When you say melasma, someone may not understand exactly what you're trying to mean. Shall we start with that one?
Okay, let's start with melasma. Melasma is basically, let me give it the common name that they gave it. It's called namakura. I don't know whether the first woman in Uganda to get the melasma was a Muganda woman called Namakura, and everybody and everybody started looking for that Namakura. And I don't know how that melasma got the name called Namakura, but probably the first bleaching woman was a must have been a Muganda woman called Namakura. So forgive me, I'm also Muganda, but forgive me, my Baganda people, but I don't know. I don't know what they call it in Acholi, but I'm sure even in Acholi they call it Namakura. So basically, Namakura is a multi-layer pigmentation problem. The reason why most people suffer with Namakura is because it doesn't go easily. Why? Because it's a multi-layer pigmentation problem. It goes much, much deeper into the layers. So when you're approaching Namakura, you have to approach it with knowledge that it's a multi-layer pigmentation problem. So you use products and you use products and you use medication that goes deeper. Yeah, medication like tranexamic acid. Tranexamic acid goes deep. Okay, medications like clobetasol it goes deep. It has the ability of penetrating deeper into the skin. Medications like hydroquinone. Did you know that hydroquinone is medication? The reason why we have hydroquinone banned in cosmetic creams in Uganda is because of misuse. Okay, people misuse the medical ingredient hydroquinone, the same as clobetasol. It's being misused, but when you use it under proper guidance, okay, under proper control, under guidance of a dermatologist, a specialist, it will give you awesome results, tremendous results.
So, what is your advice to the ladies out there? I'm pretty sure very many out there who have tried to bleach are still going through they're still getting the melasma around the face,
Yes.
wherever.
Yes.
What is your advice to someone who is out there and has been having that problem and they do not know? Is there any other way to like probably treat it, or whoever that is planning on bleaching? Some warnings at least.
Okay, now I want to start with
The one who is already facing
yes,
the problem.
yes, with the one who was already facing the problem, especially women who are in their 40s and they're still bleaching. Now, if a woman gets into their 40s and they're still bleaching, it means they've bleached for over 2 decades or 1 decade. Okay? Now, the biggest problem with that is that, especially if you've been bleaching with the help of hydroquinone and other ingredients like corticosteroids, clobetasol, those steroids, they penetrate the skin. They get into your bloodstream and then they disorganize your adrenal system. They disorganize your hormones. Yeah. So you find that you see the pituitary gland. It's the one that is responsible for. It's like let me call it like a factory, like a town. Let me say like a town. Now that town has messengers. You know, it sends messengers. And as those messengers it sends are the hormones. It sends them to be different parts of the body. Do this, do that, do that. Now, when they get there, on their way through the nerves and the veins, as they're getting there, they find something that stops them, which is a steroid. You've just applied it on your skin. It stops them. So you find that a lot of disorders happen around that. During the route when they're supposed to go to different parts of the body, those messengers are supposed to send messages to different parts of the body. So you find that now there is a hormone that is responsible for stress regulation. Yeah. Now, when it's disrupted by a corticosteroid, you find that most women who bleach, they lose their temper just like that very easily. You should try to note those women who bleach. They lose temper so easily, just like that. And it's not them. It's usually the steroids that they've used for years. They get into the system. Now, they can't respond, like something very small ticks them off. They are very angry. The other thing about people who use steroids for such a long time is that when the steroid gets into the bloodstream, then blocks the messengers. So when those messengers are going to regulate your insulin levels, they fail to do that. So most people who bleach, they have, at their later years, they have problems with diabetes. Okay? They have problems with high blood pressure, all because those messengers have been disrupted, have been blocked. Why? Because of steroidal use on their skins. Unknowingly, those steroids seep into their bloodstreams and they disrupt their pituitary gland functions. Now, most of them may want to stop using. Now, some of them may say, oh, Vanaye, I'm in danger. 20 years, 30 years I've used these steroids. What should I do? Let me stop. Now, let me tell you, those things you don't stop immediately. Yeah? You don't stop immediately. That's why you need people like us. We have a method. You have to. There's a method that you use to stop using corticosteroids if you use them for a long time. It's called the tapering method. Okay? You may stop using corticosteroids and then you have worse problems. Yeah?
So what is your advice to a person that is thinking
Yeah.
of bleaching?
Now, if you're thinking of bleaching, okay, I keep telling people, yeah, that skin is like a dress, yeah? You may want to wear a skirt and a blouse, you may want to wear a dress, you may want to wear it pink, you may want to wear it black, you may want to wear it yellow. It's your choice. But if you choose to lighten your skin, do it the right way. You know, there's always a right way of doing things and a wrong way of doing things. So, if you need the right way of getting your skin lighter, we are the specialists. Come to us, we are going to fix your skin. You're going to look light. Nobody will even know that you are born dark. See, people will start thinking you are born light-skinned. So, basically, the way we do this is we use a number of, these days, this is 2025, technology has changed. Long time ago, our grandmothers used to use hydroquinone, mercuric iodide. Technology has changed. Now we use things like natural things, like glutathione. Yeah, their mechanism works in a very different way from hydroquinone and mercuric iodide and all those things. Because for it, it doesn't wipe away melanin, but it changes the color of the melanin. You see the difference? One is wiping away, one is changing the color. So you still get a light skin without disrupting your system. So basically, we use IV. Yeah, we use IV injections, the drips. We have drips, okay? Drips are one of them. Then we have powder, you know, powder like, for instance, this one. This one is called Platinum Japan, yeah? Yeah, this one helps the skin. Now, all you do is just put it in warm water, mix it in juice, and drink, and see the transformation. See your skin change. Okay, so basically this one is from Korea. It's very good. They're very good products, yeah? We have other products like, say, like this. This is the pills. You pop them up, yeah? They have some very, very nice ingredients, yeah? Some of the ingredients it has glutathione. Glutathione is an antioxidant, yeah? So it helps to detox your body. It detoxes your inner organs, but at the same time, it changes the color of your melanosome. So two things are happening. Your health is getting better, but also your skin is looking much prettier. Then it has collagen. Collagen is the super glue of it's a super glue of your skin. It keeps your skin together. People who don't have collagen, skin yeyika. Their skin is
You find it sagging?
kuyika is what in Luganda in English?
I think it's
Sagging. The skin is sagging. Then it has coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10 is an antioxidant as well. It's an anti-aging. Vitamin C, bioflavonoid, hyaluronic acid. Most people apply hyaluronic acid on their skin, but hyaluronic acid is, you can drink it, you can take it, you know, systemically. So when you take hyaluronic acid, it helps the skin to retain moisture. Okay, then it has another ingredient called green coffee berry. Now, green coffee berry helps you to burn fat. It burns cholesterol. Those people who are hypertensive, but now it's such a saburunji. I go up the stairs, I can't breathe properly. You use green coffee berry. Eh? Green coffee is also very good for weight loss. So, basically, you realize that you've lost the fat on your face. You know, as you're growing older, you get a lot of fat around the lower part of your face. and a double chin. Now, this one is going to make sure, yeah, that you lose that fat around this area. You look definitely younger. So basically, your complexion will look good, but you also look younger. It has other ingredients like raspberry extract, pine bark. I won't finish all the ingredients. It has zinc. It has so many ingredients, grapeseed. So basically, yeah, this product is awesome, yeah. But most of the times I tell people that when you use these products, always use a sunscreen, yeah? Always use a sunscreen. Now, this is a sunscreen of choice that we have. Now, with this sunscreen, you see most sunscreens, most people don't know that most sunscreens have tan boosters, especially sunscreens that are meant for white people, yeah? You know, for the white people, these days they have, summer is very unpredictable, yeah? So you find that you go out in the sun and then it starts to rain. In Europe, okay, not in Uganda, sorry, summer. So you find that summer is very unpredictable. So for them to get proper suntan and a suntan, in Europe, when you have a suntan, it means go in a center. You've been on holiday and all those things. In Uganda, in Arab countries, in India, when you're dark. In China, when you're dark, okola musana, wera muchere, you know you're always in the rice fields. So basically, you are a poor man. So most people they don't want to disguise themselves. No one wants to be called poor. So you use a sunscreen that doesn't allow you to darken.
So how often should one use a sunscreen? For us normal people, we think if I apply it in the morning and
Yes.
leave the house,
Yeah.
that's it for the day.
Sunscreen, most people were asking me before in other, you know, especially in my DMs, they ask, hey, how do you wear sunscreen? Do you wear it like a shirt? Do you wear it like a trouser? Because they hear wear sunscreen. Other creams they hear apply a cream, moisturize a cream. When it comes to sunscreen, they say wear a sunscreen. So sunscreen is not orugoye. It's not a dress. Sunscreen is a product that you can actually use. Let me show you this one. This one is really sealed. Okay, so when you use a sunscreen, okay, you apply, now this is what this sunscreen looks like. What makes it very unique is because it's not in a cream form. It's like a stick and you just can I try? And, and you just apply it, yeah, on the skin. It doesn't leave a white cast and then stops your skin from darkening from the sun. And that's what Africans want. Who wants a sunscreen that's going to make their skin darker? So basically, this sunscreen is a sunscreen of choice. Because it gives the best results. First of all, it blocks the melanosomes from producing more melanin. Secondly, it protects you from the sun. So this one is a winner all the way. So basically, I was trying to tell you that if you're trying to lighten, never forget a sunscreen. Why? Let me even tell you why. Because this melanin that we have on our skin, it is like it filters the UV light, okay? But now, melanin, you've removed it, okay? If you remove melanin, this is your artificial melanin. Reapply melanin, because remember the other melanin has been removed. Now reapply, exactly. Now, you were asking about how often, okay? Now like for instance, this is SPF 50, yeah? By the way, when you see SPF 50 on a sunscreen, it means sun protection factor. Sun protection factor is the strength, okay? It's not the hours, it's the strength that is going to protect you. Don't think that it's going to protect you for 60 hours. No, that's the strength of the sunscreen, okay? Now, when you find SPF 50 plus, that means it protects you over and above, yeah? Okay. Now, then there is a PA plus 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 plus. That means it protects you for much, much longer. Now, with this sunscreen, okay, you have to apply, when you see SPF 60, if you're a dark person, okay, now like for instance, you're not that dark, yeah? You're not really dark, okay? You have to use sunscreen and reapply every after 3 hours, okay? To be safe, every after 3 hours, reapply your sunscreen. And then, for a light-skinned person, a person who is bleaching, this thing, use it every after 2 hours. Reapply. This thing should be like your lipstick. The way you keep reapplying your lip gloss, Thank you very much. Keep reapplying this sunscreen.
Well, I would like us to dive into the diseases, starting with eczema.
Yeah.
We have so many parents out there with kids, children,
Yes.
even have adults who are
Yeah.
going through this, who are having eczema, but they do not know the right way of treating.
Now, eczema is an autoimmune problem. It's not like the way you call a disease, okay? Maybe the things that come together with eczema later on, yeah, the secondary infections that come with eczema, those are the diseases. But eczema in itself is an autoimmune problem, whereby you see the body has immunity cells, yeah? They are called the IgE cells. Those ones, they are responsible of remembering what every bacteria, what every virus looks like. Like for instance, it's possible for you to get next to a person who has flu and you don't get it. Why don't you get it? It's because your IgE cells still remember what that flu virus looks like. So when you get next to a person who has flu, you won't catch it because the mast cells, they are your soldier cells. They get up and say, we are not allowing this virus to get into the body. Okay? Now, in the case of eczema and other autoimmune problems, these soldier cells, the mast cells, they mistakenly, like the way, what do they call it among the soldier people? When you shoot your own people, yeah? So these people, these soldier cells, they mistake a certain protein, a certain protein to look like the protoplasm, to look like the protein of a bacteria they've seen before. So when they come to fight it, they come with full force as if they are fighting that virus or that bacteria, okay? So the body in its defense, what it's going to do, yeah, wherever you've applied that product or whatever it is, first of all, it's going to tell you, now scratch. You start scratching. Why? The body is telling you, remove it, okay, for its survival. Then the body may start swelling, meaning the blood in that area is going to clot, okay? And then the body is going to make sure that blood around there doesn't go to other parts of the body. Why? Because it's trying to protect you. But remember, it was mistaken identity. And then sometimes there are cases whereby you get to a point whereby there's what they call anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock, the body is going to close your airspace and say, I don't want to do it to go through the air. And then it holds your throat. You may die because of, and that is all because of mistaken identity. So when in the medical side, when they're treating eczema, they create what they call beta blockers. Now, these beta blockers, they block the messages between the part of the body where you put the cream and then or you've ingested or with the brain, with the messengers. They just block the messengers. But the problem with blocking those messengers, most of the times they use antihistamines, steroids. Those messengers, once they're blocked, eventually the soldiers learn to climb over the wall. So you realize that what used to work on you before is not working on you anymore. Why? Because your cell soldiers have learned to climb over the wall. So because they've climbed over this wall, you get something stronger. You put another wall. Now you put another wall. It works for a while. After some time, they start climbing over the wall. It stops working. That's why eczema is such a challenge to most people. But when people come here with eczema, the first thing that we do is we look at the immune system. Yeah? Because that's the causative problem. That is the underlying problem. That's the trigger. Your soldiers are confused. What are we going to do for your soldiers? Let's detox them. Let's unfuzz them. Let's find a way of making sure now they think in the right way. You know, when those soldiers of the body are confused, it's just like when the phone is full of pictures, videos, it stops responding. You press it, you press X, it gives you N. You press N, it gives you Y. You understand?
You did mention things to do with fine lines, wrinkles. We have people who are middle-aged and who are developing wrinkles, and they would love to get rid of them. What's the best way to get rid of those things?
Remember, I told you a disorder is something that's gone out of order. Yeah? Before you were smiling and your elasticity was good, Elasticity is like elastic. I don't know. Like it was good. Yeah. Now you're smiling and you stopped smiling a long time ago. Now you're in a smile lines. You still look like you've been smiling. You're still smiling. Okay. That's a disorder. Okay. Now you may find things like crow's feet. Like you squint your eyes and you still stay with the crow's feet. Okay, that's a disorder. Okay, then you find someone has been frowning, very angry. They stop frowning and the frown lines stay. That's a disorder. So we fix those. Why? Because now we go to the base of the problem. Why isn't the skin snapping back? Okay, it's snapping back mainly because the elasticity is gone, the collagen is gone. Yeah, remember a person starts losing collagen, especially girls. You start losing collagen at a very high rate in your late 20s. Yeah, between 26 and 27, you lose about 1.8% of collagen. And then when you get into your 30s, yeah, from 30 to 40, you lose about 20% of your collagen. That's 2% every year. By the time you make a decade, that's 20 gone. Then, so that means that by the time you're in your 40s, you've lost about 30% of your collagen. By the time you're in your 50s, you've lost about half of your collagen. That's why we encourage people to do what we call collagen banking. Collagen banking, should I explain it or next time? Okay. Now, collagen banking, a little bit. For you, if you understand collagen banking, okay, if you understand banking, there is a debit side and a credit side, okay? Now, when you go use that ATM and remove some of that money, when you do that, it means you've taken away. Remember, I told you that the skin loses 2% every year. If you know that your skin loses 2% from the age 30 to 40, loses 2% every year, what you're going to do is you make sure you eat more collagen. You have more collagen. You do treatments that encourage your collagen fibroblasts to be active, okay? Things like CIT, we have a treatment called collagen induction therapy, CIT. It helps your collagens to stay alive, okay? We have other treatments like the vampire facelift, yeah? Where we use your platelet-rich plasma to keep your collagen alive, yeah? So by doing that, those are all activities of collagen banking. Then things like radio frequency, RF, that is collagen banking. Things like taking supplements, okay, that is collagen banking. So when you bank your collagen, you're sure that when your skin comes to take, yeah, you have enough. So who is going to be old in 2025? No one. You're not allowed to be old in 2025.
We can't close without talking about the most like thing that really affects most of us. It's acne.
Acne is a problem that most people have had, and they always have, they still have, because the causes are many, okay? If you didn't get it in your adolescence, and now the acne that disturbs most is the acne for people who are in their 40s and whatever. Those are the people who had smooth skins. It's very traumatizing. They had smooth skins when they were younger. Now they're much older, and now they have acne all over. Why? Because hormonal imbalances, okay? Now, there are so many things that can cause hormonal imbalances. One is stress. Stress can cause you hormonal imbalance, and then you get acne, okay? Birth control. Birth control can cause you hormonal imbalances, you get acne. Then things like food. You could change your food, your diet, and then get like the white people when they come to Africa, they get what they call tropical acne because they've changed their environment, they've changed the food, the hormones are disturbed now. They're having acne, okay? The biggest reason why most people have acne and it doesn't go away is because of reinfection. When you reinfect your skin, you had one pimple, you pinched it, now you have two. You had two, you pinched them, now you have four. You had four, you pinched them, now you have eight. So the math is the multiplication of acne. So it can be very easy for you to go from one pimple to a face full of pimples in just 3 months. There are many types of acne. They're all treated many different ways. So you come, we make an investigation, find out the underlying trigger of your acne, and find the right treatment for you. So you stop making trials and errors, you know.
Well, in your last remarks, kindly share if somebody would like more information, how they can get to you.
Well, now we are extremely very easy to find because now we are on the first floor of Impala House. We are next to the road, you know. I can see Christ the King over there. I can see Magic Parking. I can see KCCA there. So basically, we're in the junction of everybody. So we are very easy to see. We're on Impala House, first floor. We have a whole floor to ourselves. Come and enjoy our premises. So the number that you can call if you really can't find it is 0782 346 006. 0782 346 006 or 0751 346 006. Then make an appointment. Let's book you in. Let's do a consultation. Find the right way to fix your skin and live a happy life.
It was really nice having you on the show.
It was really nice to have you.
Well, remember, living a safe life is a right and responsibility. Please take note. Make sure that you do whatever this gentleman has just told you. Avoid touching your face. And if you're having any skin problem, please visit a skin clinic. I remain Ishime Kathy. Stay blessed.